Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Saturday morning, so you know it's time for another live edition of the Extra Point. Pure Culture in the house, Tasha T. Sizzle in the house. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special guest on the show today. My homie, my ride or die, very, very, very proud of this young lady. She is the owner, CEO, and host of the Our Take podcast that you see swagged out on her shirt and in the background. Welcome to the show this morning, Miss Farrah. Farrah, don't call her Farrah.
Wait a minute. Before Farrah gets her spew on, y'all know how everybody say you got that rich friend, but you don't really know they rich. They don't show they rich.
Yeah, that's real.
It ain't me.
No, that's her. And just a quick story before we get her on the hot seat. At work, very unassuming. She come in, do her job, leave. She got on sweats, t-shirt. You know, she's just like, what's going on? She would stop off her break. My desk is right by the elevator. So she mosey on over, see me in my Titans gear looking like the Jordan meme. My team had just got smoked again. And she would come over and we would talk sports. And then one day I was like, you know what? You're pretty good. You're really, really good at this. And, you know, just keep poking. Do a podcast. Look at her today. So proud of her. She gave me T Sizzle vibes. Immediately I said, you remind me of my friend T Sizzle. And now they're good friends. So it's awesome to see this come full circle. Farrah, good morning.
Oh man, this has been a full circle. Good morning. I'm so glad to be on here with y'all.
Well, we'll see about that in the next 30, 45 minutes because we're about to get to it. Speaking of beautiful Black queens, good morning, Martrice, Melanie, and
Good
Denise.
morning.
Yeah, niece. Now, y'all know, Goon Squad, you understand the assignment here. Every first-time guest must sit in the hot seat and play a game of this or that. Random questions where you get two options, but you can only keep one. Are you ready to play, Farrah?
All right, I'm ready.
All right, first up,
You got to tell the truth.
Say it one more time, Tasha.
When you're in the booth, you got to tell the truth.
And with that, we will get it started. Let's go. Ranch or hot sauce?
Ranch.
All right. We there. Private plane or private yacht?
Yacht.
Okay. Las Vegas or Miami?
Vegas.
Yes. Okay. All right. Yes. All right. Asia Wilson or Candace Parker?
Oh shit! Why you have to do that to me?
That is low
Candace
down.
Parker. Candace Parker.
You're taking Candace Parker over your girl Asia.
Baby, we graduated 95 together. You damn right. I'm taking Candace Parker.
Right.
She's an OG. She's an OG.
Right.
Asia's still building her record.
I'm a Tennessean, so I wholeheartedly agree with that. Martrice, I got a funny story for you later on in the show about you saying the braided up pimp. Like Goon Squad and Tasha T. Sizzle are some Potico. Next up, brown liquor, clear liquor.
Oh, brown all day.
Tasha, you're winning this one. She's signed more with you than me. Next up, Facebook or Instagram?
Facebook.
Okay. All right. Last but not least, Michael Jordan or the all-time leading scorer in NBA history, Mr. Fo. 4 MVPs, 4 finals championships, 4 finals MVPs, husband of the great and beautiful Savannah James. Which one do you choose?
I would play in traffic on the tollway before I say LeBron. So that should be your answer.
Okay, so who you shouting out today? Because this show is over.
I like Farrah.
Put me in traffic.
Tasha, I think that was the tiebreaker. I think you won that one 4-3. Thank you a lot, Farrah. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, with football season over, we can finally turn our attention to basketball as we kind of ramp up to the men's and women's college basketball tournaments, March Madness, and the NBA playoffs. We're counting down to it. But, Farrah, we can't talk basketball without addressing the elephant in the room, the question that's on everybody's mind. So I will start with you since you're our guest. Farrah, what is wrong with the NBA?
Oh, my God. What ain't wrong with the NBA? That's like asking what's wrong with that that crazy uncle in your family that everybody know crazy. I don't know. The NBA has changed a lot over the years. I've never really been a true NBA fan, only because I've always felt like players lost their love of the game when they left college. You got March Madness, everybody's crying on the court. You get to the NBA, everybody's high flying, nobody want to play defense. They lose the love of the game. They just want their bag, and they want their clout. So it's for me. I just think that the love of the game ain't there, and when the love is gone, the rest of it just is never going to fall in place. So I think the love of the game ain't there. The cloud isn't there. And then, like I said, college, the way that everyone is coming out of college, NIL, all these other little things, it's made it even worse. Literally, it has made it even worse. So now no one wants to watch it. The viewership's down. We're tired of seeing the same thing over and over. Load management, for God's sake. You paying all this money, you can't even see your players play. I mean, who wants to do all of that? So at some point you give up. We watch it on the good games, but for the most part, to be a diehard fan, no, not like the NFL, because they go out every week and lay it on the line, and we see it. And they play in their games, hand broken or not. And so when we pay our money, we get to see what we actually came to see. So no, the NBA, they've really taken a turn. I don't know. It's a lot of egos there. That's why I think they can't fix it at this point.
Hey, coming in hot, T-Sizzle. You're up next. Tasha, what's wrong with the NBA?
I told you guys this a long time ago. That stupid one and done. That you don't know who the players are, first of all. This last draft, the first at least 6 picks were all from France. The only person we really knew regionally was Dalton Connect, and we knew Bronny because he's LeBron's son. I didn't know anybody in the draft. The players need to stay in college a little longer so that they can build that reputation, build that name. So when they get to the NBA, we still want to watch them. But like Farrah said, the NIL is making it, I mean, I was going against kind of some of what you said, Farrah. The NIL is making it to where these kids are wanting to stay in school, but it's the ones we don't want to watch.
Exactly.
That are staying. The ones whose agents are telling them, oh yeah, you're a first rounder. Yeah, you NBA caliber. Those are the ones that are leaving, NIL or not.
Right.
And to Farrah's point about, them not really playing hard, you see certain players that are playing hard. Y'all know I'm a KD stan. If you say something about KD, I gouge your eyeball straight out your head.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you stick around because we have a KD section and I'm about to come off the top rope on him. So ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for that. Go ahead, Tasha.
Like everyone says, if you watch the Netflix documentary that is produced by the greatest president, Barack Obama, and his lovely wife, Michelle, amongst others, everyone in there echoed that same thing. They said KD just wants to play ball. Only time KD didn't play was what? He tore his Achilles or he was really, really injured. You don't ever see KD load managing. You don't ever see that because all he wants to do is play ball. The entire league needs to have that mentality. I just want to play ball. And I think that'll make it more exciting.
Do you think it has anything to do with the people that's coming to the NBA? Because you have to pay people off of potential. That's what they used to do. They've been in college long enough to really know what the potential is. Exactly. So now you're throwing these NIL, all this money out. When you see them in high school, you have no idea how they're going to perform in the SEC truly. So you're not really getting that potential out of them and letting them grow to see, and then you're throwing all this money at them. When they get there, now they got the bag.
Right.
The potential gone. You're never going to get it out of them. So
right. What's the incentive to play hard when you already got money? Like what's the guy, the terrible quarterback in Georgia that's at Miami now?
Beck.
Carson Beck just got him and his girlfriend had 3 luxury vehicles stolen.
Exactly.
He ain't no damn good.
A vehicle, man. You didn't know that in college.
A Lamborghini, a Mercedes, and whatever her car was stolen. He's getting this in college. What's his actual incentive to really I don't think he's NFL caliber anyway, but what is his real incentive? He can be like the rest of these jokers, 27, 28, still suiting up, keep getting red shirt after red shirt and transfer after transfer.
Right. Now, Denise checks in. She says, especially with the All-Star games, my God, the celebrity game is way more entertaining than the regular game. Everyone's scared to get hurt and all this extra BS. It's just boring. Now, that is coming in hot. and a lot of valid points there. One of the reasons that I think that the NBA viewership is down and fan engagement is down, I really think it has to do with LeBron James, because you know that LeBron is responsible for the price of eggs, the Ukraine war. He was the one that kissed Jesus on the cheek and told the people to come get him. He was the one that denied him 3 times. That was LeBron that did that.
Like not LeBron, in the Garden of Gethsemane when they betrayed my Lord with a kiss on the cheek. You're not going to put that on LeBron Ramon James.
LeBron is blamed for everything, but and I'm the biggest LeBron supporter. You see the crown here, but there is something to be said about. Let me ask y'all this: is the league suffering from LeBron fatigue? And this is what I mean by that. If you're the face of a league, pick a sport. Any sport. We can go all the way back. Your face of your league is in championship contention every year. Magic Bird, that was built off championships. Michael Jordan, championships. Kobe Bryant, Shaq, championships. The early LeBron days, championships. You go to the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, face of the league, championships. Your Jerry Rice, he was the GOAT because he was doing it on the biggest stages. LeBron James hadn't been on a big stage since COVID. And the league is shoving him down our throats. All praises to you, LeBron, but the league is shoving us down the throat when they're not that good. So that's one thing. Good morning, Stiana. Stiana's laughing. Now, speaking of basketball, who is primed to be the next face of the league? Because LeBron can't keep doing this forever. Like, is there a successor?
Going to be primed to be the face of the league. The league right here. That's Stiana's baby boy.
That's what I'm talking about, Elijah. Class of, we'll keep you posted, because if that NIL is popping, I'm gonna tell them to stay in school as well.
Right.
Tasha, who do you see out there on the landscape that could be the next face of the league? And I'm sure the NBA would want it to be an American-born player, but is that even possible in today's league?
The thing is, the person who would be the face of the league is boring, and nobody wants to see him, and that would be Jason Tatum.
Why don't people like Jason Tatum, Farrah? Because you just scrunched your face up.
I mean, I'm going to let Farrah answer. Well, Farrah, do you want me to give my reason why?
I don't even know why.
Because you look at Anthony Edwards, who's already said he didn't want to be the face of the league. And with all the ish he got going on, I don't think we want him.
He disrespected Barack, so I'm out on him.
We tried our best to shove it down Ja Morant's face. Then what happened? He went all Yosemite Sam on us.
Yeah.
Then you say, okay, let's make it Luka. Well, hell, Luka done got fired. He got picked back up the same day, but he got fired.
Right.
Giannis is not in a big enough market, even though he could be. So
if you talk like the Terminator, can you really be the face of the league?
First of all, we're not
Shadakana. You can't understand the word he's saying. I'm just saying.
I can't. So other than that, what star is there out there?
Tasha, no. Farrah, I want you to jump in real quick. Is this colorism going on with Jason Tatum? Are you sick of the light-skinned brothers? Are they soft?
We've been sick of them. We ain't never liked the light-skinned brothers. Are you serious? That was, early 90s.
We drink our dark liquor, Farrah. We like what we like. The darker the berry, sweeter the juice. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Y'all probably ain't gonna like my response. There is no fucking face of the league. It's just not. There isn't. It's true.
And sometimes you don't have to have a face. We don't have one right now. We gotta wait for the next great, and that's what we're waiting on. There is no one great. You gotta talk about Ja Morant and Mr. Ghetto himself from Atlanta. No, they can't. They don't have everything, the whole package to be the face of the league. Yes, Tatum, he could, but Tatum isn't good enough to be the face of the league. Who thinks about Tatum?
He wasn't even the finals MVP last year.
He didn't even get to play in the Olympics. Come on now. Whatever.
That was light-skinned hating. That was light-skinned hating right
there. It may be light-skinned hating, but honestly, I don't see anyone who can be the face of the league right now. It's too much load management. Our good players ain't playing. LeBron has torn the league. I'm not. LeBron, I'm gonna go back to that LeBron fatigue that you said. Man, I'm beyond fatigue. I'm in a damn coma. I can't stand it. I'm over him. He has ruined his son's career. He's coming to the league now. Look what he did to the All-Star game. He's the most selfish player. That's his problem. He is the most selfish player. He didn't want to come out of the All-Star game. Now you're ready to retire. Now you're about to build an international league. Everything is always strategic with him, and it's always about himself. He don't care about the NBA. He about to get up out of here and build an international league in Dubai. That's all he's caring about. He's thinking about his future and his son's future that he already screwed up. So I just don't see it's a league official. Yeah, we're tired with fatigue. We need him to go ahead and retire, be done. But in essence, there's not a face of the league right now, and we're still waiting on him. Can't make one up.
If that's true, is that a problem?
Am I the only one that's not like LeBron fatigued? I'm not.
Well,
I mean, you're a fan.
Don't do that. I'm a
non-fan. I don't have LeBron fatigue. I don't think that's it. The NBA is just blanking boring. I don't know it. Like
I disagree. I wholeheartedly disagree with that.
Every time you name the stars now, they name the same three people: Steph, LeBron, and KD.
Right.
They don't know no damn body else. You don't know any of the other players.
Right.
But that's the NBA fault for not marketing the other players. They got to stop marketing. That's that is true. They are marketing like the same, type of the same person basically, because they want him to be the face of the league. But like we said, if you're tired of seeing LeBron James, you don't want to keep watching, because the only thing they're going to show you is LeBron. And like now that Luka is there, that's really all you're going to see.
Right. That's true. Good morning, AP Culture. Good morning, Shamika Nicole. I think that's a problem. First of all, I disagree that the NBA is boring, and we're gonna take a trip down memory lane to kind of juxtapose that. I do think that to your point, Tasha, and to your point, Farrah, as far as the fatigue, the better teams in the league are your OKCs with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, your Clevelands with the young kids they got out there, Memphis second in the West, third in the West now with Ja Morant and Desmond Bane and Jaren Jackson Jr., who was an all-star. They're not getting on TV. You're going to see the Warriors, the Lakers, and the Suns. And the Suns suck right now, and it's all KD's fault. We will get to that in just a minute. Melanie Taylor says, hello, Farrah, and welcome. Isn't strategy smart business sense? He can't play forever. Thank you, Melanie.
Yeah, that's the point. It's not that I'm tired of watching LeBron. It's just sometimes you do want to see something else, but I don't think that has anything to do with LeBron. Like what's his name? Plays for Denver, not the Joker. Murray. Ain't nobody talking about what this brother's doing.
Yeah.
You see how hot he's been these last few games? Yeah. He's just now starting to cook.
Yeah.
But that's the NBA, though. That's the NBA of who they're choosing to market. Yeah. I'll watch these other games. I'll watch OKC. I'll watch these other games. I'll watch New York. New York was doing good. They're on a slump right now, but they'll come back up. We got 82 games. They're only 50 games in. So I'm just stating, if you don't watch the other games, you're not going to know. Just like a lot of people don't know about Juju out in California, West Coast, who watches it? You don't see them. So if they don't want to put them in the market, they're still in the market with us and still making them more money.
And they're forcing Juju down our throats. I'm not sick of seeing her. I like her game, but what they're doing is kind of like the whole Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese thing, where they get this one superstar and just constantly shove it down our throat. Like a lot of the things that I didn't want to see about Caitlin Clark, is I got tired of seeing Caitlin Clark. Not that I was hating, because girls are balling, but I did get tired of seeing Kate. I got tired of the narrative of her versus Angel Reese, when we know there is no damn comparison whatsoever between those two. Like, It's almost like we had everything Asia Wilson. I love Asia Wilson. Why wasn't they just pushing her more?
Right.
I mean, they pick on what they think is going to bring them money. And sometimes, it had the opposite effect in the WNBA, because we all see the numbers were up.
Yeah.
But 3 years from now, y'all still gonna keep pushing Caitlin Clark down our throat?
Not if Angel Reese is still the brick Barbie, because that's not a rival. I mean,
she only got a couple more years. There's more people coming in the league.
So like I said, I like to watch LeBron, but it's not a fatigue thing with me. I'm just not a fan.
Right. And that's okay. But I want to say this to some of the old head peoples like myself. there's this narrative out there that has been really perpetuated over the last few years about the game was better 20 years ago. 25 years ago, that they were tough. They would play defense. You could clothesline a fool. You could it was a more manly league. It was a more testosterone driven league. Can we go take a trip down memory lane real quick, ladies and gentlemen? I just want to throw some numbers out to you because it seems like that the same fans that are wanting this back are the same fans who thought this was unwatchable, me being one of them. Let's go to the 2004 NBA Finals. We'll go back 21 years, all right? The Lakers and the Pistons met. The Pistons swept the Lakers. Let me give you some of these scores, Farrah, Tasha. Game 1, 100-87. Game 2, 88-80. Game 3, 88-68. Game 4, 100-87. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that Lakers team had Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, Karl Malone, and Gary Payton. And you can't score 70 points in a championship round game. That's unwatchable.
I was pleased with that. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
That was unwatchable. Okay, so was that a one-off? Let's go to the next year, 2005. Now, keep in mind, this is post-Jordan. I picked the first 2 years after Jordan because Jordan was the lipstick on the pig of the 90s. Yes, I said it. Jordan was the lipstick on the pig of the 90s because most of the games were like this. Jordan's greatness made us watch, and they strategically and specifically honed in on Jordan to blind us from the other basketball that was going on in this era.
Wasn't nothing else going on.
Let me tell you something. 2005, those same Pistons played the Spurs. You had a regular season MVP in Tim Duncan, 7 future Hall of Famers, including both coaches. In this matchup, you think this is going to be fireworks? 7-game series. Here's these scores: 84-69, 97-76, 96-79. 102-71, 96-95 in double overtime. How in the hell do you not crack 100 points in double overtime? Looks like there was.
And I was a fan of that until the last game. If y'all already know, it's Detroit basketball all day over here.
Fair.
They wasn't shooting as many threes. First off, you got to double the score from 20 years ago now just because of threes.
You're going fair.
I mean, 50%. I think it's like 43 or 53% of all field goals in an NBA game is 3-pointers.
That is true. And maybe there was some overcorrection there.
And what did in 2004 and 2005, what did you have that nobody wants to do in 2025?
Play defense.
Make a shot?
Centers.
Okay.
Jesus. Tasha, it ain't no sound. You are so right.
Tasha, I'm glad that you brought up the center because the 17-second back down in the lane before you do your turnaround hook shot or your, I mean, there was very little skill. Charles Oakley, Xavier McDaniel, Horace Grant, like I can start it. They would not have a place in today's NBA because they couldn't stretch the court. Like this is just bad. If the 2025 finals has these scores over 7 games, what would the narrative be there, Farrah? What would the narrative be, Tasha?
I don't think they would score 100 or something points on a back 20 years playing, taking that team from whatever year you said 20 years ago and put it against whatever team in 2025, they will still 2025 will lose. They don't play defense. What you're seeing them do right now, what they're doing right now, they would not be able to do against them. They would never let them they would never. LeBron Brown coming down the lane, bulldozing. Man, season injury, season ending. Do you understand me? They would not a couple times, but it's not going to let that happen. This is punk basketball.
I'll give you that, Farrah, and I'll give you that, Tasha. Good morning, Miss Hastings. And Stiana agrees with you with the big men. She says, right, the big men get no love. But let's juxtapose this. We always talk about how today's players couldn't play in the 90s. What is Bill Laimbeer's role in today's game if you can't hand check, if you can't maim? What is Charles Oakley's game if you can't clothesline LeBron coming down the paint? If they had to play with today's no hand checking rules, how great is their defense? If you remove the physicality, do they have the same value as they did in the 90s?
Yes, because if you driving down the lane and you see Xavier McDaniel, all 6'7", 233% body fat standing right there, you gonna think secondly about driving down the hole. You're going to try to take it out to the end. But Bill Laimbeer was a center who did not mind going out to that three-pointer.
Right. Now, he was a unicorn in that era. Correct.
Right.
Correct.
Look at a lot of those shots that Bill Laimbeer was putting his hands up and defending. He was on that three-point line. Same with Larry Bird. Larry Bird wasn't going to be no defensive specialist, but you really didn't see Bird getting scored on a whole lot.
Ja would body Xavier McDaniel. He would body him.
And you know what? As soon as he dunked, the X-Man gonna bow him right in his chest when he lands.
Exactly. He's gonna fall on the side of his neck. Somewhere
that's the thing.
Cheerleaders. Yeah.
But Farrah, that's my point. Like in today's game, you can't do that, or you're gonna sit down for a few games and you're gonna have that UPS package show up at your locker because you're gonna get suspended, you're gonna get fined. You can't do the superstars like you could do with Mike before he started winning MVPs, how they would just strangle him and hip check him and knock him out the sky and all of that. You can't do that in today's game. So I think
and these new players wouldn't be able to withstand that. Name one player can take a hard clothesline from Ben Wallace.
They out for 5 games after one hit. You see what? Did you see
if you can only score 68, if you can only score 68 points, you wouldn't beat the worst team in the NBA nowadays. I'm just saying. Even the LaMelo Ball and the Charlotte Hornets would score more than Luka scored 70 points himself in the game 2 years ago.
Do you think LaMelo Ball, and he out here scoring up a storm on that terrible team, what you think he gonna do against some of them old dudes back in the day?
Break them ankles up? Have Xavier McDaniel in a walking boot?
That's a lie. What he gonna do against them Davis brothers from the Pacers?
Now, I love the Davis brothers and Antonio and Dale. I love those.
What you gonna do against them two? And even though
Anthony Edwards is gonna sky on him and dunk on him, put his hand through the goal.
Even though David Robinson wasn't a really, really aggressive player, who gonna take on David Robinson? Who gonna take on the Dream when he hit you?
They not gonna do that.
I'm moving this argument in the chat. I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to move on because the chat.
See, Farrah, you see what I go through, Farrah?
I don't want to talk about this no more. Now, what I do want to talk about now is something I think we can all agree on, in that the NBA All-Star Game is borderline unsavable. Farrah, you're commissioner for a day. How do you fix the All-Star Game?
I'm going to go sit down with Nafisha Collier and Brianna Stewart and just try to come up with a whole new game plan, because what they got going on does not work. What they tried to do didn't work.
Right.
It just didn't. I have a couple problems with that All-Star. First off, I'm going to get on your LeBron, but you know how I feel about that selfishness. But I think, I don't think he wanted to get on the court with rising stars. But he keeps
I agree with that.
But he's making the league play with his son. So
whoa. You
can't get on there with them, but you're making the league play with your son. But you don't want to get on with rising stars. That's all I'm saying.
That was cold. That was low. That was low, Farrah.
They don't want to. He don't want to do the dunk contest. Where's the fun in it? This is supposed to be fun. They don't want to lose. They're going to get embarrassed. Oh my God, it's going to be memes all day next week if I go out here and Steph if he loses the 3-point contest.
That's a valid reason
right now. So that's why I'm like, the women's league don't care. They're playing 1-on-1, 3-on-3. You got to pull it out the bag. They're making it something we want to see. We're tired of all the old stuff. So, you got to come with it. And if y'all aren't going to change, come on, are you kidding me right now? So those players will never play 3-on-3. They'll never play 1-on-1. They'll never do anything that's going to be fun. They're scared they're going to get hurt. They're watching their bag. They don't play during the regular season. So you think they're going to play for an All-Star game?
Denise said they all fragile, and you know what? So she definitely agrees with you. Tasha, you're commissioner for 24 hours. How do you change the All-Star game? How do you fix it?
First of all, we're going to go back to the original dunk rules. We're not dunking over no cars, no 5 foot tall.
Take your crown, Queen. Take your crown. You couldn't keep going. YouTubers. We're not getting 3 and 4 attempts at a dunk. Right.
Let's just start there.
Right.
3-point contest, and we have all been saying this, and a lot of people have been saying this too. That's the marquee event.
It is.
But even without stars in it, it's still the marquee event. Mm-hmm. The game itself, and I was listening to Against the Grain. Shouts out to the guys over there at Against the Grain. Someone said just do it back to East and West. Everyone said, okay, yeah, we have this grand idea of the U.S. versus the world, but we already know the U.S. don't want that smoke with the world. They don't. Take it back to just East and West. No, ain't no trades before the All-Star game. So if you was in the West and you got traded to the East, you can still suit up with your team. Don't do we finna draft. Don't do no round robin. Simply do East and West and have whoever wins gets the home court advantage in the finals.
Okay. All right. So Tasha came with some tangible action items. All right. I want to vote for you on that.
What you got, Biggie, over there? What would you?
Right, baby. You know how we do. All right. I like those ideas.
Shouts out to Miss Viola Wallace, who passed the other day, y'all. That's Biggie's mom.
Rest in peace.
Damn, like everybody died before Diddy. I'm gonna digress because that would spiral us out of control. I'm just saying, like it's all like how's he the last man standing? Like now I do agree with this, Denise. And back to the player jerseys, I really enjoyed that in the early 2000s, seeing everybody in their own jerseys. So the Easter egg colored jerseys they've been wearing the last few years. I'm not a fan. I wasn't a fan, first of all, of the Rise of Stars. Let me ask you this. Do you agree with Draymond Green that they have no business playing on Sunday?
First of all, Farrah, just take this. I'm not.
Go ahead. We deep enough in the show where YouTube won't shut us off.
I don't have nothing for Draymond, dumbass. Okay, first off, you ain't an all-star. Okay,
that's what I was telling Tasha. You ain't even an all-star,
and you played enough games to be eligible. So I don't know what Draymond's talking about. No, I don't. But I do have a problem with people being able to get on the court. That's supposed to be an honor. You work your own tail off to be an all-star, to be able to play on Sunday. Maybe they play Saturday with the rest of the celebrity. Do some other
Right.
Some other game, of that nature, but it is kind of wrong to that nature. But to hear from Draymond, I mean, you ain't even an all-star this year, so go sit down, pay those fines.
I also think that the NBA has to do a better job of muzzling these media outlets because Charles Barkley, Shaq, Draymond Green, Stephen A. Smith, all of the people who cover the league are bashing the NBA at every turn. You would never hear, just pick an ex-player on Fox pregame show for the Super Bowl telling you that the game is trash and that the referees are trying to help the Chiefs. Like, they would not do that. The NFL, like, they're not going to allow that type of disrespect. And you're basically losing fans, but you're telling me, don't watch this. It's trash. Chuck tells us every Thursday on TNT, this is a trash product. Don't watch. Am I not supposed to take him at his word? Go ahead.
Wait a minute, Jarrell, if you take the G Leaguers out, who gonna win? That little white boy done won 3 years in a row, Jarrell.
A three-peat like Jordan. Now, I will say this, Tasha, to Jarrell, and shouts out to Solo on Sports who checked in. To your point, Jarrell, and to your point, Tasha, I don't want to see Call 12 jumping over no damn Kia in an exhibition game.
I'm tired of that. Mascot.
I don't want him to get hurt.
Celebrities out of the stand. Stop doing that. If you can't get your dunk, like, went from Dr. J all the way down to even when Kobe won it and all of that.
And Kobe's dunks weren't spectacular that year, but it was an effort.
But what did Kobe do? Kobe got in the damn contest.
Right. Do you all buy or sell Ja Morant? Right, Melanie, I just had to let that sit and simmer.
Right.
No pun intended. Ja Morant saw Matt McClung's, who, to Jarrell's point, is in the damn G League. He's not even an NBA player. He hadn't even logged 2 minutes in a regular season game while y'all got smoked for Bronny. Ain't nobody got smoked for him. I'd rather see Bronny in the dunk contest. At least I would watch, even if he missed. What you got to say about that, Tasha? What you got to say? Huh?
What is Bronny going to do in the dunk contest?
I'm saying,
get hung on the rim.
Maybe, but my point is I would rather see – no, before I get to that, do you believe Ja Morant and Giannis saying, hey, Ja said I might have to get into it next year after seeing McClung go 3 in a row? You buy that?
This is an argument that has been brought up time and time again, too, in the past. You have spectacular in-game dunkers.
Yes.
And you have regular dunkers. Some of these guys can only do that in game. So I don't blame them because they know their role. They know where they fit in.
Is that Ja? And to your point, does he fit in that category?
No, I think Ja can do something spectacular because Ja can leap. Like I said, he got Derrick Rose's knees before they fell in two. So, so they
I
shattered.
don't think Ja could have. I personally don't think Ja could have won. He would have beat him. And my thing is, Bronny gonna be a pro.
Yeah, because I don't think Ja would get out there without them extra damn stage props.
I wouldn't let him. No.
What could he have done to beat McClung?
I don't know.
What dunk he had done after he kissed off the rim and dunked it. If you didn't, go back and watch the three. Because
I didn't watch any of it. I watched Four Nations. Y'all know I watch hockey.
So. Hey, the Four Nations was dope too. That was Canada.
There's nothing, in my opinion, there was nothing that Ja, Giannis, none of them. I don't know what they could have done until came out there and beat him. I really don't.
Now, Tasha, before we wrinkle our nose up at that, a lot of people on social media shared her sentiments on that. I saw grown-ass people saying that he's now the greatest dunker of all time in the dunk contest, even better than Vince Carter.
He's been doing this since high school.
To me, that's blasphemous. To me, that's blasphemous. But I can see now. He says Bronny one-on-one versus for a roster spot. Now,
Bronny gonna lose.
Bronny will get smoked.
Bronny gonna lose.
Bronny in an NBA game than Matt McClung. I mean, come on now. I mean, he's Jason Williams without the handles, and I'm kind of over the props too. I would rather see Ant-Man, Ja, Giannis do regular 90s dunks and have the name value there than to see somebody I've never heard of before, play the ukulele doing the 360 or playing the fiddle.
But again, is Anthony Edwards an in-game dunker, or do you think he can dunk? Giannis is the same.
Right.
Giannis can come up with some creativity, or is Giannis just spectacular when he gets the fast break or an alley-oop?
And he's and you could be a power dunker a la Dominique, who was robbed in 1987. I don't care what nobody says.
Only reason Joy won because it was in Chicago.
The dunk contest is not about who can dunk or who does the best. It's about creativity. Right. And if you can't be creative, I can bake you a cake. I might be the best. I could have the best ingredients. But if I'm not creative and make it appealing at sight, it doesn't matter. And that's what I don't think that they are able to do. McClung, he was being creative. John them, they windmill, this between the leg, behind the back. But to have the creativity he had, the car, we've seen it. But when he had somebody to hover around and dunk two balls, when he picked it up, he leaped and touched the rim and then dunked.
No copyright infringement. This is on YouTube, guy. I had to pull it up because Farrah said to pull it up.
I promise you, the third dunk was
special.
That was just one of them.
That dunk was special because he cleared the whole car instead of the hood,
He didn't clip his foot at the end, but that was his first dunk. You gotta say that
was that that dunked over the car? What was that?
That was Blake Griffin.
That was a redhead.
Now Jarrell says Gerald Green with the cupcake classic dunk. Have we gone too far? Are we too far gone down the props road to turn back now?
I think so. If you don't have a prop, you're not winning.
I think so. As well.
But you know what won it for McClung wasn't a prop. Jumped, he took the ball, he tapped it on the rim, bang. That was it. Was no prop. Nobody was under him.
They still showing the jump over the Kia.
So it can happen.
Look at Giannis's expression.
He's a plant.
You gonna get up off the Greek freak.
No, I'm saying he was a plant because they said, hey, look, we're gonna pan to you no matter what this dunk is. I need you to show some life because Draymond, Mr. Don't You Believe It, just told 100 million people don't watch this product tonight. So, we had some good college basketball games going up against that. And I was kind of like,
he didn't use a prop in that second dunk. Keep talking. It'll come up again in a minute.
I don't want to see
They need to make him in a movie called White Men Can Jump. Starring McClung.
He didn't use a prop in that one, y'all.
No, he got hops. Now, I will say this. Matt McClung versus John Morant, winner take all. That would do numbers. But to Farrah's point, Ja's brand, because he knows that y'all going to get on there and meme him and clown him for months on end if he loses to Matt McClung in a dunk contest. It's all
legacy
and no reward. She was like, move your camera up, mama. Man. All right. Now, while she does that, let me ask y'all this. Because a couple of weeks ago, the NBA trade deadline came and went, and all the talk was about Luka, AD, and rightfully so. Very shocking trade. Everybody had strong opinion on both sides. But there was another trade that went down that has a ton of tentacles and storylines around it. And I want to get you two thoughts on it. Jimmy Butler was traded from the Miami Heat after a tumultuous last 12 months with Pat Riley. He was traded to the Golden State Warriors, signed a 2-year extension, so he's locked in and he will be there at least through this year and the next two. Well, let's play a game of buy or sell. Farrah, you up first. Are you buying or selling that Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green will be able to coexist in the same locker room?
I'm selling it. I'm not buying that at all.
Tasha, are you buying or selling that?
First of all, I don't know if it's up for sale. I don't know if I'm putting it out there to sell.
I'm giving it away.
I guarantee you Draymond ain't going to buck up to Jimmy. I guarantee you that.
No, he ain't. Did you see his interview where he was like, I'm going to follow Jimmy. I'm going to follow Steph. Because we're going to win a championship.
Oh, so I know that much. So the only reason why I say they won't get along is if Jimmy starts doing Jimmy and Draymond think he gonna want to Draymond, but Draymond gonna be too scared to do Draymond against Jimmy.
Saginaw, Michigan, scared of another human being? Draymond,
yeah, I don't want to go that far. When he grow up here, they gonna be fighting in practice.
And Jimmy ain't going out like what's his name did. He ain't going out like that.
Yeah, he ain't. No, I will agree with that. Draymond is not going to sucker punch Jimmy Butler and live to talk about it.
Right. It's going to be bleachers. It's going to be but did y'all notice one petty thing? I watched the Miami News, so maybe y'all didn't catch this. Tim Hardaway was the man that was gun bumping against Jimmy Butler. They had it on the I watched the Miami NBC Channel 6 News every morning. Y'all see he went out to Golden State and got his number when he would run TMC with it was him, who else? Right.
Jimmy.
Chris Mullins and Mitch Richmond.
Yeah, run TMC.
Because his number ain't retired in them jerseys. Jimmy petty.
Jimmy is petty.
Jimmy had a hard life.
And good morning, Tevis. I mean, he has, but
it doesn't look like he's no punk. Quit playing around. He's gonna show you some ball Texas.
Right.
That's what we say. Some people they can't go back home. So yeah, I'd like to see Draymond buck up to Jimmy. That's what I want to see.
Y'all, this is the comment I was looking for, y'all. Jimmy Butler would knock the naps out of Draymond's beard.
I'm gone. I'm blocking.
That's what I'm talking about, Jarrell. That's what I'm talking about, Jarrell.
Goon Squad never.
Can he slap KD too? Sorry, Tasha. Can he?
Get
that right.
Ain't no 4C slander going on, Farrah.
Well, the C don't stand for comb. We know that.
That's why my hair locked up so good. Ain't no 4C slander.
Well,
we will never compare your hair to Kevin Durant's hair. We would never do that. Come on, man. That's like comparing Vince Carter to Matt McClung. And yes, I said it. No disrespect to Matt. He did his thing. But there's only one OG GOAT of the dunk contest, and that's Vince Carter.
But he did give him
Tevis's point. I want to bring Tevis Moore's point back up because she says Jimmy gon' Jimmy every time. And by every time, she means Chicago, Philly, Minnesota, Miami. Why in the hell would it be any different in the Bay? I just don't see it. Draymond Green was responsible for the Golden State Warriors maybe not winning 5 or 6 in a row. Think about it. Once they lost to LeBron, he's crying in the car, and he called KD. KD come over. It's KD's team. He runs him out, calling him the B word on national TV, wouldn't apologize, emasculate the man. KD leaves. Jordan Poole comes in, helps them win a championship in 2022. He knocks him the hell out, loosens up his front teeth.
Literally.
Jordan Poole wanted out. So now they're back in the tank. Now you got Jimmy Butler, and the team does look better with Jimmy. They've been playing a lot better, and they're going to be in the play-in at least. But Draymond can't help himself. He can't, and neither can Jimmy to that point. Go ahead, Tom.
What's the story again with Jimmy ripping off when he was with Minnesota?
Right.
Yeah. Now to that story, for those who may not know what she's talking about, right before he exited Minnesota, there was this tenuous practice to where Jimmy Butler was frustrated with Karl Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert, calling them so. I don't know if Rudy Gobert was there. It was Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, calling them soft. He went and took off his jersey and played with the backups and beat the starters and basically emasculated Karl-Anthony Towns on his way out of town. So, of course, management, A-Rod in the game, said, look, Cat is our young superstar. We got a lot invested in him. We're going to have to ship Jimmy off. Jimmy can't even percolate somewhere long enough for the championship window to matriculate. Philly had a great team with him there. He forced his way out. Minnesota, Chicago, same thing with Miami. He went to 2 finals there, but Jimmy's going to Jimmy. Him and Draymond will come to blows before the play-in tournament. I put it right
I'm
here.
sorry. I'm embarrassed. Y'all. I'm not embarrassed, but y'all, my child said that.
She says any black man that flat iron his 4 a.m. hair and wear black eyeliner, yeah, that's some golf type stuff. That's some golf type stuff. Right.
Y'all, he showed up. I said them ends ain't clipped. It's stiff. You got too much oil in there when he pressed it out. I was like, oh no.
Did he have a just for me? Did they still make that?
No, he needed one because he, 3 stacks when he was singing, hey y'all, he
just had a blowout. We just had a simple blowout with no grease. That's the look.
All right, so Farrah, like Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler definitely could have played in the 90s.
Yes.
Oh man, I wish he was here for our 90s.
He had 3 rings. He had 3 rings.
That's him. It's like him and Dennis Rodman would be as far as the on-court persona, but not the game, but the on-court persona. Just crazy.
And their one-on-one could have been sponsored by Maybelline. As we move on. Stiana, don't encourage these two. Like I'm having a hard time staying on track.
Rihanna would have had.
Right, I need your help, bro. All right. Okay, so sticking with the Bay Area theme, there was a ripple effect that even landed Jimmy to the Golden State Warriors. Remember, they had a deal in place with Phoenix to bring Kevin Durant back to the Bay Area. Kevin Durant, he said hell to the no. Now, let's continue our game of buy or sell because I want to get y'all's thoughts on whether or not you believe it or not.
Not him going Oprah Winfrey. You want to watch my kids? Hell no. You want to be my maid?
I said
no. Hell no.
Really, no. Remember when her slip came up when she was laying there knocked out on the ground?
You like my kids, get my babies.
Her slip came up, they knocked her slip off.
Out of all the scenes, you remember the wind blowing Oprah's skirt up with her feet turned out like
just laying there watching them guys. Oprah got some thick thighs over there.
Oh, God. That was gut-wrenching to watch that in real time. That was gut-wrenching. All right. See, Mike, what I'm saying? I like it's like trying to do 2 horses at the same time. It's impossible. All right. Kevin Durant. So, Tasha, you up first with this buy or sell. KD said the only reason why he nixed the trade to go back to the Bay was because he didn't want to be traded mid-season and not because of everything that went down when he was there for 3 years. Tasha, are you buying or selling that?
I mean, I can actually buy that, sell that, and then return it. Because I think it is some truth to that, and on both ends. Because who wants to uproot everything they have during the middle of the season and move everything? What she know? Oprah was a fox.
Stay focused, Tasha. I'm just gonna let you go.
Who was the Black Paparazzi?
And she was a chick.
That's all that weight. Looking all skin, looking all ashy.
Better bang Mr. Head.
Ladies, I don't know what to do, ladies and gentlemen. I think I'm gonna just go on mute and eat my apple. Tasha, do you need a second? Farrah, do I need to jump on you?
I'm good. Because who wants to move like that in the middle of the season? Of course, he got people coming in. He can move stuff. But I really don't think he wants to go back to that dynamic of team when it comes to playing at Golden State. Even though we already know if KD goes to Golden State, pencil them in.
Yeah,
it's going to happen.
Yeah,
I think it's the ball moves around too much in Golden State, and it also ends up in Steph's hands a lot. Even though Steph did defer a lot to KD when KD
did. To his credit, he did. He did
because he knew what was up. He knew KD was gonna be that guy. He know KD gonna always take that shot. KD ain't gonna forget to take that shot.
Yes, and he delivers. He hit that shot over LeBron. Yeah.
So I can believe kind of both, but come on with a bad excuse. You want to move during the middle of the season, I just really don't think he wanted to play in Golden State.
Tasha, I'm sorry. Farrah, are you buying or selling that he just didn't want to get moved in the middle of the season?
I'm walking right by the damn rack. I ain't even picking it up. That's that clearance right there. All that stuff at the counter. You ain't getting me. I'm not buying none of it.
I just got some thumb, ma'am. Can I go in front of you?
That's all I needed. Yeah, I don't think it was because of that. I've seen him on a couple of talk shows, on a couple of them, and he basically said he would never. He don't want to go back there. I don't think him and Draymond really talking. I think on that show they was actually talking about. I think that game-winning shot, something that would have won the game, and he didn't get a ball up. Then he turned it over. And it was like we were all looking at him like, man, what the hell? Why wouldn't you pass the ball? And from that moment, he said he knew there was a disconnect, with the team. And they never ever got back to where it needed to be, and they never talked about it. So no, and they should trade him. I wish they would. Oh, Jarrell. Right. Oh, Jarrell.
I mean, Jarrell, like we could actually go down a whole different lane. We can jump off the tollway and jump and go.
I've always said that. Get rid of. Don't you believe it now?
Are they scared to trade him? I'm trying to understand why can't we
Tasha says that they have pictures of Billy Goats somewhere.
Right? Does he got a picture of Steve Ballmer and a goat somewhere that hidden? That Ballmer doesn't want exposed? Because why are you holding on to Draymond Green? He serves no purpose.
None.
As soon as you did KD like this and was calling him the B word on national TV, I'm on the phone. Hey, Milwaukee, I got Draymond and a bag of biscuits. Just send me what you got. Give me Theonis. Because we can't lose KD. Like, just
give me anybody.
You just don't give up. But again, Luka has showed us, but we can't even go back down that rabbit hole with Luka. Nico and Luka got some personal beef going on.
Yeah,
that has nothing to do with perfect. I don't even think it was Nico. I think it's the owner.
That was the owner. Nico is the fall guy, and he's going to be the one to get. Yeah, he's the fall guy, and he's going to get fired. Me personally, with the Luka deal, I believe that there were some things going on behind the scenes that kind of encapsulate what you all think about this current iteration of NBA superstars. Poor work ethic, play when they want to. Basically run the franchise, throw your weight around, disrespectful, do it my way. You saw where Michael Finley had to grab the beer out of his hand, and the way he looked at Michael Finley like, bro, I'm Luka. What are you doing?
I think it's 100% the owner. I don't think none of that had to do anything with it. She wants a casino, and she said, "I'll get rid of your prized possession."
Bronny can get that.
Bronny gets that in the G League. Not can, he does.
Good morning. Bronny can get that on the Warriors.
Right. Good morning, Marcus.
Arian brother.
Did last question, Tasha, did KD make a mistake leaving in the first place, Golden State?
I'm gonna always say yes, because I don't, like I said, KD is just one of those guys. He's smooth. He is a little sensitive, but he gonna pop his ish when he need to pop his ish. And he does, because when you ask him a question, he tells you direct. He don't bite his tongue.
Right.
But it's just like I said, when he be having these Finsta accounts, because he gets real sensitive. But even when he's sensitive, he claps back and says what needs to be said. Yeah. I always thought that was a mistake for him to leave. Mm-hmm. I wasn't mad that he left OKC. Y'all know I'm a Pistons fan to the day I die, but I am a Kevin Durant fan. So wherever KD goes, that's who I'm rooting for, because I'm rooting for KD.
Right.
I wish things could have worked out in OKC. That was my ultimate wish. Like, he didn't have an option or choice when Seattle left, and he had to go to OKC. I wish everything would have worked out in OKC with him, Russell Westbrook, with what's the find from Africa, the one with Toronto.
Oh, no, I know exactly who she's talking about.
Serge Ibaka?
Serge Ibaka. Yes, Serge Ibaka. And then you had James Harden coming off the bench, but then James Harden thought he wanted to be a star.
He was a star. He was a star.
He was the sixth man of the year for about 3 years straight.
Yeah, he was an MVP caliber player.
Sometimes you got to play your role, because you see any team led by James Harden ain't been worth a damn. So that should tell you something right there.
He was a role player. He was never a lead player.
Right, he's never a leader.
The man was an MVP candidate.
But with all that being said, I'm rambling on now, because I'm going back down memory lane. But stumbled on this photograph. It kind of
I hear the pitch. I hear the pitch. He had some water this morning.
I do wish he would have stayed with the Warriors.
Farrah, do you agree? Should he have stayed in Golden State?
Yes, I think he should have stayed, but I am with her. It was OKC. I think that could have been something that could have been a 10-year run out there. They could have got the people, made them stay, and did the right thing. But oh, when he left, Golden State was the best fit for him, and they could have won more championships. But
Yeah.
And also,
all that came into
if
play.
Kyrie had been playing like Kyrie is playing now,
Yeah.
Brooklyn
Kyrie was mad for a long time.
He was this much away from going to the finals with Brooklyn.
The Brooklyn's trade because they had too many stars. There was no cohesiveness. It was never going to work. I never thought it was going to work from the time they named
like I said, Kyrie went Kyrie. Harden actually showed up like he wanted to be a part of it until he realized Kyrie went Kyrie. And then I think that's when KD was like, man, F it. But like I said, y'all think, had he worn the correct size shoe, Giannis probably wouldn't have that championship.
That is very plausible to say because I wouldn't have had Phoenix as a favorite over Giannis. I mean, over Kevin Durant and that Brooklyn team if they met up in the finals. So Marcus, this is Farrah. Don't call her Fawcett from the Our Take Show. Make sure you type that into your search engine on Facebook. Follow the show. She comes on right after the extra point. So it's the best 2 hours on a Saturday morning that you could spend talking sports, laughing, looking at beautiful faces. I mean, black girls are rocking right now across your airwaves. Y'all see the locks. Y'all see the beautiful smiles. Y'all see the sports acumen. Y'all see the articulation. Y'all see the jokes. Hey, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of these two. All right.
We try.
So, Farrah, we know you got a show to get to, and I promised to not keep you past 10, and I just did. So let everybody know where to find you and who you're shouting out today.
All right. Well, I'm going to shout out our Take podcast. Me and my co-host, TT Torrance Thompson. We got our own TT over there, too. We are on from 10 a.m. to 11. Text me the link, please. Yeah, somebody give him the link.
I got you, Marcus.
Gotcha. But we're on from 10 to 11 right after the show every Saturday morning. And we're actually on Tuesdays as well at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time to cover that midweek kind of stuff. When you get in bed, y'all just go ahead and tune in to us. We're on YouTube, Facebook, as well as Instagram. So y'all come out, follow us, all that good stuff. Follow, share, like, tell all you people about it, barbershop style. That's how we chop it up.
Now, we can't let you stop there because you are a mogul and a businesswoman in your own right. Hey, tell us what else you're doing out there. We eat candy apples. What else you got going on?
I'm the co-owner of Razzle Dazzle Apples and More. We have a treat business, so we make gourmet apples, candy apple, grapes, all the good bells and whistles, birthday parties, Oreos, pretzels, anything with chocolate or candy coated. I got you. Had that for about 5 years, and we have a 360. Oh, look at there!
Yeah,
shop with us. We ship sometime, and y'all got to about April-ish, into April to get something shipped out. After that, Texas Sun ain't gonna let it get there, and we ain't responsible when it leaves my house. So, and then we
disclaimer.com.
And we actually have 360 RD photo booth. Yes, I love those, and that's all chocolate. Yes, you can eat it.
Sticking with the show theme.
We actually have a 360 photo booth. We actually have one today. So after my next podcast, we'll be heading down to Fort Worth. If anybody's going out to the Fort Worth sneaker ball tonight, that's what we'll be. So Jack of many trades. So we're gonna go out and spin the booth and have a good time tonight.
Okay, now, Marcus, I'm gonna get back to you to this one in just a second. Martrice says, "Yeah, she razzle dazzled them apples. They look so good. I need some birthday goodies, Paul." Martrice, we know that milestone is coming up, so we got you, player. We got you. It has been such a pleasure. It's almost surreal the fact that we're sitting here doing this. Because we talked about this a long time ago when it was just like when he said in the beginning the earth was void and without form.
You tricked me. You didn't even tell me you had a podcast. He kept telling me I needed to do a podcast. You thought you would be. He never told me. I don't think I even knew he had a podcast. Probably till a month right before I left there and went to another job. I had no clue. So he convinced me without me even knowing he had a podcast. So I've been missing episodes, and I think it's wrong.
Right, but I just wanted her to know that I wasn't soliciting her services. I was encouraging her because we used to talk sports, and then when she show up, all the other sports fans would show up, and my desk turned into like First Take.
I missed it.
Go at it. And she held her own with the Road Dogs. By the way, Brayson, Justin, all of them told me to tell you what up. I told them all you was going to be on the show, so they are watching Justin, everybody. So everybody back at the stomping grounds.
Y'all know how it is.
He says, I need to get her plug, PLC. That's what we do here. We're a community. We're a family. Now, let me scroll back up real quick before we get to you, Tasha, and your shout out. He says, if your show hitting, there is no if. Didn't I just co-sign it? Like I co-signed your show, The Unapologetic Hustle, back in the fishbowl days, Marcus. Didn't I co-sign yours? Didn't it hit? He
Come
says,
holler at us in 15 minutes. Come holler at us.
So let's make this happen. Tasha, with your beautiful new hairdo, who you shouting out?
Speaking of beautiful new hairdo, I'm shouting out my girl Talina, my little Haitian sister who put these lovely braids, ass length braids. You see there over my locks.
Okay, all right.
And because I'm a loyal customer, she did not really charge. She only charged me like
don't do it like that because she ain't giving nobody else no discount.
No, she only charged me like $80, 39,000 Dominican pesos. But of course, y'all know I always bless her, which is probably why she always gives me a good deal. And that's really my only shot. I had another one, but I really forgot, as I do every week, I forget my shout out. But I just want to thank Farrah for blessing our lovely show.
Yes.
We need to return the favor. Get on there with you and Titi.
Yes,
please. Hey, her stories are fun to watch. Very much so. I want to give a shout out real quick to Marcus Stone. The Unapologetic Hustle is returning now. Now we got to talk details.
Yeah, we need to know. Is this going to be a podcast? What is it going to be?
We need to. So I'm going to get with you when I send you the link for Farrah so we can all connect. So I want to send a shout out to Marcus Stone on that. I want to send a happy birthday shout out to my baby cakes. When did you fall in love with hip-hop?
Not yet. Oh, it is.
But it will be passed by the time the next show starts. I don't do belated. Martrice, Elaine, Hastings. Come in, girl. Lean in. Lean in and rock with me. I love you. I love you. I love you. She is having a milestone birthday next week. We are very, very excited. Y'all, it's such a blessing to people that you've known more than half your life now. You've known them more years than you didn't know them at this stage of our lives now, and to be happy, healthy. Like me and Tasha was having this conversation yesterday about, hey, we still here.
Yeah.
We don't have to go far in our yearbooks to not wake up today and feel absolutely blessed that we can see, hear, talk. I'm not going to go spiraling down that because I can get lost in that. But Martrice, we love you. Happy birthday.
Oh, I did. Well, you talking about not belated. I mean, even though I sent Tiffany like 80 text messages, our lovely Tiffany Rowe, her birthday was on the 19th.
Right. Happy birthday. Tiffany, class of 93, is in the house. We're all approaching milestone years together. And when we were marching around as teenagers and going to the castle and there were bullets flying over our head, we gangster walking.
Shout out to Mark Macklin, who got hit with the
I'll be 21 in September.
Oh, okay. You probably be old enough to drink.
Can you do something for me? 21.
Hey, Deborah Donaldson is checking in. Good morning, Miss Deborah. Happy birthday, Deborah. Trees. Now, you want to talk about some black girl magic. Miss Deborah, Miss Hastings, AP Culture, Stiana Fernandez, all of y'all in here. Tevis, and I'm trying to make sure I get everybody. Denise. And of course, our friend of the show, Melanie Taylor. I love all of y'all.
Oh, I knew my shout out. Sasha's uncle's son, we call him Fatty. He is in the hospital. So we need to send up some prayers for him. Sasha has been up there a lot to check on him. So let's send up that's what I forgot. Let's send some prayers up for Fatty. He's over in Vanderbilt Children's Medical Hospital on that side. Receiving treatment. So just send prayers up.
Yes, we will do that. I do
have a shout out. I forgot to say, I'm sorry. My high school is one of the top 25 kids in the country. LJ Smith, y'all can look him up. He actually is 4 points away from beating Steph Curry's single season record in North Carolina from my high school. Well, they just played their conference tournament championship last night. Same team, third time. They went over 100 points. The gym got kicked out. Half the team got suspended on the first game. It's just a rival. He dropped the game-winning shot at the buzzer. You can't beat somebody 3 times in the same season. So, yes, he is. His name is LJ Smith. You guys look him up. He is ESPN. I think he's number 24 in the country. Wow. And he's only a sophomore and he's 6'5". So y'all holler at your boy, but I want to shout out my high school winning the conference championship, Lincoln High School. Go Wolves! LJ Smith dropped that bucket, so y'all holler at that boy. Y'all gonna see him. I'm telling you, he'll be in the league. He will be in the league in a few years.
Wait a minute. With the roaches, I don't understand.
Y'all, okay.
No,
We know
wait a minute. Can we do this?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Let me know.
We can do this. So y'all know, Paul and I have this aversion to rats, and mice and anything. My daughter likes to periodically spaz me out by sending me shit with rats in it. But here it is. She's laying in the hospital with Fatty. She's on the pillow. My daughter wears glasses as well. So she opens up her eyes and she sees something moving. She thought it was a mouse. So she jumped up. Y'all, why was it a roach on her pillow in the damn Vanderbilt Children? The new built multi-million dollar, how much is that hospital worth? $300 million? And they got roaches.
Lord
roaches in that area, you gotta eat too.
I was scared to click on that. Now, real quick, we want to send a happy birthday to Coco and all of the family's birthdays. Lots of birthdays. Pisces season is in the house. Keep everybody's birthday this week. We have one more shout out coming from Denise. Shout out to Nolensville basketball, knocking out my Brentwood Bruins. They will get a spot in the regionals. Go MJ, go Kobe Marsh. Ladies and gentlemen, we have got to get Farrah over to her show.
Oh, and MJ is the son of a former Firebird. Y'all remember Kesey graduated 94? That's Kesey's son.
All right. They spent the money of the. Y'all, we gotta get Farrah on her show. Y'all don't log out of this show, but don't log off Facebook. Our take is coming up next. We will see y'all next week. Tasha, take us out of here.
Vamos Azul.
Go Blue.
Deuces.
Girl, you